This is an Norwich 9.3 CMP with the M1 Garand. We're going to do the stock's butt plate, the whole entire assembly. And for whatever reason, if you have to take the butt plate off, or inspect it, or get something out of it, or maybe to fix the trap door, I'm going to show you how to do it. First things first is I'm going to clean out the slots of the screws to make sure that the slots are accessible. I'm going to try to use the M10 Tool as much as possible during this video. And the first thing I do is the upper screw is a short screw, wood screw, and the bottom one is a machine screw. I always start with the top screw when I remove it or when I'm installing it. I remove the wood screw. This is the same as the M1 Carbine's butt plate screw. And now I'm going to do the machine screw. Now I can remove the butt plate. And now it's actually machined in here is where the threads go. This is for the stock sling will go through here. I want to make sure everything's clean around here. My threads on both sides. If any of these are part numbered, that's gas trap. Save those. Those are worth some money. I'm going to look at my butt plate and move the stock out of my way so you can see a little bit better. On my butt plate, I'm going to do an inspection on that. I'm going to look for a lot of the dirt and grime that's in this area. Clean the holes out. I'm going to clean the insides out all along the lip. Take everything out. If you have some crud down in here, there's a pin in there. There's a straight normal pin that holds in the hinge from the door. But it also, once removed, you also should make sure that that is properly centered in the hinge. But you can actually drift that out and remove it if you need to clean it to the inside. Here's one of the doors that's actually off. Don't confuse the spring with any other portion. You can clean everything up nicey nice. Down in the hole, one of my favorite things to use to clean is the old Q-tip. You can put a little CLP in there. This only can go in one way. It doesn't fit this way. And then you can reinstall. It's under a lot of pressure, this spring. Okay? I'll put that to the side for now. What I'm also going to do is make sure that this edge is nice and clean also. And I would start with the brush first, cleaning it out. If there's some heavier crud in there, sometimes you have to cut it away. You can see right here, there's some kind of piece of sand. I want to remove that. This one's below flush. I'm going to leave it alone, otherwise it can cause splitting. But sometimes you can use the edge. You can see how I'm getting some of this up. This is just crud. This isn't wood. You can see how it's catching the edge. The reason why you want to do this is now, if you got an original gun, you're not going to be doing this. You leave the original guns alone. The reason why you do this is you want the butt plate to seat well. You can see all the schmag that's coming off. I thought this was kind of clean. You want the butt plate to go as far back as possible because this is going to give you more grip for your screws. And the reason why I say this about the wood screw is that you want the maximum amount of lands and grooves going into the wood. If it's out a certain amount, you might strip this hole out, and that's something you don't want to do. And that's one of the things that they did in the repair system in the arsenals. They just drill this out, put a dowel in it, and then drill into that and put the screw in. Okay. Once I got my wood stock all nice and clean, I'm going to check my holes, make sure that the depth is proper, that there's not any, actually, there's something in that one, but that they bottom out into the wood. You can hear this one, but there's something in this one, and I'll take it out later. That's interesting. When I put it back together, I just want to show you one other thing. when you take the butt plate out and we've cleaned it all out like this one, this is what the Winchester one that they talk about with the 2S. See that right there? 2S. That's the Winchester butt plate. Okay? And the checkering pattern is different and raised more than a Springfield. And this hole is usually offset to this side more. Okay? That's how you tell a Winchester butt plate. So I'm done. I got it all clean. My butt plate's clean. I reinstall it. It's bottoming out. Even though I have a space here, the face of the wood's hitting the back of my metal. That's good. It's as far as she's going to go. Again, I told you I start with this, the wood screw. And the reason for it is I want to have the most bite. Nice and tight, don't go crazy. And now I'm going to do the bottom portion. I'm going to put the swivel in first. Hold it in with my thumb. My machine screw in. Line it up lightly with my swivel. I've actually backed it out a bit. Did it by hand. Yep, she's going in fine. Now I'll tighten this one up. And your plate shouldn't rattle. You can check your door now. I put a little oil on it. I can actually do it with my thumb. Normally you can't do this. But since I cleaned it out and I put a little CLP right in the tip of the plunger right there, notice it's not leaking out over here. I can actually open and close it with my thumb, which is kind of hard to do. But pretty simple. Take care, folks. You can also go to robsmilitarycollectibles.com and order any parts. Take care.